Hello, my name is Luke, and today I'm going to be doing my In the Bag for 2022. So let's go. So so this is my bag. It is a Dynamic Discs Paratrooper bag. Looks pretty cool. I like the American flag red and white color scheme. So we're gonna go through my putters, putt and approach, mid-ranges, fairway drivers, and distance drivers, and also some cool little discs that I don't really throw as much, but I just like to have and kind of get to look at. So let's start off with my putters. I keep my two main putting putters in my top pocket, if I can get them out. So my one that I'm putting more with now is a Discraft Brody Roach. Got the nice little Dark Horse stamp on it, and it feels pretty good. Both of my putters are beadless, so you can see they have like the flat shape, but they feel pretty good. Both of them are in this one is in a baseline plastic. My next one is this MVP Electron Atom, and this disc is probably one of my favorite discs in my bag. You can look closely, you can kind of see it's become a little warped, through me hitting trees and other objects. But it feels really good in my hand. It's kind of, like a little bit flatter, but it feels really good. And got the gyro mold as well, typical of MVP. So those are my two main putting putters. So I carry about 3 or 4 additional putters, and that includes approach discs as well. But let me go through them with you. So let's start off with this disc right here. This is a Dynamic Discs Judge. I believe it is the Classic Judge. It is a baseline plastic, and this disc actually has a bead. I would say this is my flippiest putting putter. It's very understable. I like it a lot for very short holes, where I can kind of just throw a disc and not worry about it going left, because this disc will turn even for a putter, especially for a putter, but it feels pretty good in my hand. I still use it for putting as well. I actually got these two discs at the same time from Foundation Disc Golf, but have another putter right here, and this is a Discraft Luna, Big Z, Discraft Big Z Luna. This disc I primarily use for throwing, and it's nice, putter flight, not too overstable or understable. It's nice and straight, and I actually got this disc along with a couple others that you'll see here from a clinic done by Paul Macbeth and Nate Sexton in our area. Got this one from there as well. Alright, so I have one more putter left here, and it is this Discraft Rocket Roach. This is actually, I believe, Brody Smith's main putting putter for the 2022 disc golf season. This is probably my most overstable putter. I do have, zones and a harp as well, but this is a normal putting putter. Feels pretty good. It's actually got like a Brody signature on there as well. It's a pretty cool disc. And now I'm gonna move on to my approach discs. I have, I believe, 3 or 4. So let me show you. I'm gonna start with this one. This is probably my most thrown one. It is a Westside Discs harp. It's under the Dynamic Discs overall kind of brand, but made specifically by Westside Discs. So this harp says it's like a BT hard plastic. It is baseline. It's a baseline plastic. You can see it's very extremely beat in. I've thrown this disc a lot, to the point where it's pretty straight. I primarily throw it, for forehand, but it's pretty straight. I'll throw it flat, and it'll, go straight, and eventually fade at the end. It also doesn't skip a lot, which is why I like it for a lot of shots. And it has a cool little stamp, the little harp stamp here. So I have a couple more approach discs. Next one is this Red Zone, and this is more overstable than this harp by a decent bit. I've had this in my bag for a while, and I, it's kind of the same thing. I like this for forehands primarily, and it is also in the Z plastic, which is cool. And I have one more kind of cooler approach disc, and that is this Get Freaky Zone here. This is in the it's a glow Get Freaky. So if you hold it in the dark with no other lights around it, it will glow a nice greenish color. So this disc, I do throw it to some degree, but it is the plastic offers you a lot of grip, and it's a really comfortable disc. But cool, I'm just happy that I haven't lost it yet, along with all these others. So now I'm going to move on to my mid-ranges, and I have about 4 or 5. Start off with this Discraft Z Meteor, orange Z Meteor, and this disc it's probably the disc I've had the longest in my bag. We actually have a video of me playing at Falling Creek Park, which is the same course where I did my latest tournament practice round at. We have a video of me playing there with this disc in like August of 2020. So I've had this disc for a while, and I really like the flight. It's gotten from like kind of straight to overstable mid-range to a pretty flippy one, but not still throwable. I can still throw it without me being afraid of rolling it. So I like this disc. I hope I don't lose it. I have a couple more here. The next one is this Prodigy M4. I have 2 like Tour Series discs in my bag. This and like a Raptor that you'll see later on. But this is in the 400G plastic, and this disc feels really good. It's you can kind of throw it straight, and it will turn a little bit, but then it will kind of come back to the left. Typical mid-range flight. I like this disc. I also have this disc. It is a Buzz SS in the Z-Flex plastic. And this disc has really good grip. It's also very gummy and flexible. You can kind of see there. And it's like a very wide rim. I have another Buzz in my bag that you'll see later on, but really just wide disc that feels very big and wide in your hand. If you have bigger hands, then you'll probably like this disc. You can kind of see compared to this one, kind of hard to see, but it does feel considerably different. That has a nice straight flight as well. I have two more mid-ranges. I'll go ahead and bring both out. The first one is this Innova Shark. I got this in a Innova players pack from my grandfather. So that's pretty cool. And this disc is probably my flippiest mid-range. It's really flippy, but I like it for those hyzer flips. And looks pretty cool, has a nice cool little stamp, so I like it. And this is my most overstable mid-range. It is a Crutch, Eric McCabe Dynamic Discs Lucid X Crutch. And this is it's still, it's not that overstable, but it will finish to the left at the end of its flight. So now we're going to move on to my fairway drivers. And I have two. Yeah, I have two in my bag. The first one is this Innova Leopard. It's also from the same players pack as the Shark. And this disc, it's very flippy. It's a really good beginner disc because it's very flippy and it feels really comfortable in the hand. Also has a nice cool stamp as well. Next I have my Discraft, actually it's not Discraft, it's a Dynamic Discs Maverick with the Bogey Bros Foundation stamp on there. And this disc, I really like this disc. It's I can throw it flat and it will turn, but it will always come back at the end. It's a nice kind of controllable fairway driver flight. Next I have my Discraft Paul Ulibarri Tour Series Raptorius. It's a Raptor, but it has a cool little stamp that you can see. And the Discraft Tour Series plastic, very interesting. Feels kind of like a more grippier Z plastic. This is probably my most overstable disc, and it's still not that overstable. I can throw it. I like this a lot for forehands and backhands, but it is still throwable and it still goes decently far. Alright, so now we're going to move on to my fairway drivers. My distance drivers, excuse me. We'll start off with this Dynamic Discs Trespass. And this disc, it's a distance driver, but it's in a baseline plastic, which is pretty rare for a distance driver. But this is a decently flippy disc. I can throw it flat and it will turn to a severe extent. And I like the color scheme as well. It's like a orange and gold color scheme. And I have three more, and there are three more distance drivers. The first one is this Avenger SS, and this disc, I got it right before my Battle for Bedford, which is a tournament that I did last year. And this disc, it's pretty understable. It feels really good in my hand, and it's probably might be my farthest flying disc. I can probably throw this around 315 feet, somewhere in that range, depending on how I'm feeling. And now I have 2 more discs that I don't throw quite as much because they look cool, but they still have a lot of sentimental value. The first one is a Discraft ESP Zeus, Paul's Best Zeus, and I got this at that same Paul McBeth Nate Sexton clinic, and then I actually had Paul sign it. You can see the signature there, and I took a picture with him in this disc as well. So this is one disc I hope I never lose. I've actually thrown it a couple times, and it's a very nice distance driver flight. And then I have this disc. It is a Destroyer. I believe it weighs a little bit lighter. It weighs around 170 grams. But I really like this disc. My dad got it, gave it to me for Christmas. And it looks really cool. It's a very nice die job, and it's a good reminder of, even when we're playing disc golf, of the gospel and Jesus' death on the cross for everyone. You, me, he died for everyone, and he loves us more than we could ever know. And the last disc I have for you, it's a mid-range, but I forgot to show it at the start of the video. It is a Brody. It is a Z-Flex Brody Buzz with like a Dark Horse, and then like with a Santa hat on it. And this disc feels really good. It looks super cool. You can see it's got like the stamp. But yeah, I got these 3 are probably like my exclusive cool discs. Alright, so that is all for my discs in my bag. I also usually play with a mini. This is a blue and gold foundation disc golf mini. I usually use, and I have 2 chalk bags that I will use for grip during a round. I have this Zambia chalk bag and this foundation chalk bag. They both smell pretty good. So that is it for my 2022 disc golf in the bag. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you were able to see what discs I throw. I've had a lot more discs, but I have lost a few. But I'd say I'm pretty comfortable with what I have now. I have a wide variety of colors and companies. I used to throw more Discraft, but now I'm starting to throw a lot more companies. But I like the flight of all of them. But you know what? All discs really fly the same. You just throw them and they just go left at some point. Essentially, just kidding. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be making more videos on disc golf, music, whatever I am feeling. I will be making videos on this channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Trust God, walk worthy. That's from my other channel. But I will see you next later.